Paul Myers here.
And Denise Myers on the camera.
Road Warrior Investors.
That's
Today
right.
we got a special treat up in beautiful Kalispell, Montana with a beautiful spring day that we don't really have, but it's still a nice place to be. We're here with Tyler Weber
We
today.
are with Tyler.
Hi.
Welcome, Tyler.
Thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
Yay.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming over from Idaho today.
Right? It was
You know,
a
it's
beautiful
not that far.
drive.
Besides the hour we lost, which we'll get back.
Yes, you get
It's
it.
really not that big a deal.
It isn't really a borrowing of time. You do get it back.
You did get it back.
Yeah.
But we're at a property that looks like you have it's ready to hit the market because you've already rehabbed it after you purchased it, correct?
We bought the house in January. It's been a few months of rehab.
Yeah.
I would call a moderate rehab, and we are putting it on the market today.
Awesome.
And this is still considered downtown Kalispell, more or less?
Yes, I would call West Kalispell. It's we call it the football field house because it's right by the Rawson football field. Where
Right over there.
the Braves and the Glacier Wolfpack both play. In the fall, when there's a football game, this street you can't park on. It's very difficult to drive in and out. So
Hence all the markings on the street here.
That's
where-
why they're
where
all
do
yellow.
not block here, right?
yes, yes.
So,
It's been a really fun project,
Yeah.
and so we're really excited about it. Really proud of it. Jen, my wife, she manages the rehabs and does some of the painting for us, and she did all the painting on this house.
I know, I'd say it looks really
It
good.
does look
It
really
is-
good.
it
And she's
looks really
already
hire her
off
out
on
to
another
do some more
project.
stuff?
She does not. She's not for hire. She works
Queenie.
for us. She's really
You
good.
got this big 3-story house, and she looked at me. No,
Yes, she's not. She is exclusive to home investors of Kalispell and Missouri.
absolutely, absolutely.
I think she's on another property right now, working on another project.
Not that I know about.
Uh-oh, okay.
That's the one you wanted to tell you just bought.
Yes,
The one you
I
didn't
love
want.
that's. I'm the one that does that. I come home and say, "Honey, I think we bought one."
Nice.
So
Oh, good.
First question is where and how much.
yes.
Especially up here, because your
Yes.
range here is a little bit
How are we paying? How are we paying for this
sparse.
one?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, good.
So what year is this? 50s?
1950.
Oh,
It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 700 square feet with a 1-car garage, and we'll. The east side of Kalispell is the bigger houses.
Yeah.
Much bigger, much more expensive, more traditional, and like there'll be houses on the National Registry on that side.
Oh.
This is where the workers live, on this side of Kalispell.
probably right after the war too. They were bringing it in the back.
So this
Mining
is-
was it mining big here? At one time?
Mining lumber was
Logging.
massive,
Yeah.
right? Just like Libby and just like Coeur d'Alene and northern
Yeah.
Idaho.
Oh,
Logging
yeah.
has died out quite a bit here, but this was the west side of Kalispell is where the workers were.
Yeah.
So their houses are kind of unique and not.
But it's still an affordable house now. People
It's a
live here.
great house.
Yeah.
We're excited that there's going to be a young family that's going to be moving in here. So there's it's a pretty simple garage.
At least it has one.
It has
Yes.
one. It's
Yeah.
for storage
Some don't.
because there's not a ton of storage inside. So they use this as a storage. We cleaned it out. We didn't do much to the inside of this. We replaced that window, and then
Redoored it.
we put a brand new door in. That door did not lock or operate very well. Otherwise, we just cleaned it up, and then on the outside, we did put brand new siding on, put gutters on the back,
Yeah.
and then painted it. So we did a
Nice.
lot to
Just
the.
should have got rid of the frowny face.
Oh.
Yeah.
We gotta do that.
That's for the new
I've
homeowner
seen
to do.
worse.
Yeah,
I've seen worse. This had different siding. It was a different color, bad door, bad window, and then 3 feet up, it had the snow accumulated, so all that was rotten. So we replaced the siding, painted everything, and so so the next buyers don't have the same problem. We put gutters in
Oh, yeah.
to get that as much out as possible.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and
It's a nice little patio.
and Jen,
Big yard.
our realtor suggested a different accent. I was thinking that we'd have a blue and white house. And I thought, well, she's not done painting, but I guess this is a thing now. And
It's
the realtors that came through really liked it.
Yeah, we started doing a little bit of that, the little accent colors. It just
Yes.
depends on what you accent. I haven't seen it done like this in windows. Usually just the doors, but everything rolls around where it all comes around.
Yeah, it's all that way.
And then 2 years from now, you'd be like, I would never do that again. 'Cause something better is out than that.
I
And
would
it's
just
always
be like,
that
I want it to be
cycle.
a mass market house. And so
Yeah.
anytime you do something that reduces, maybe, well, someone's going to go, I need to now paint that.
But this is
But-
this appeals to the first time home buyer. They put up with quite a bit too. Not that this is bad, but they put up with a lot of stuff.
So this box,
They're just happy to get a house.
this is a brand new box. The box we had
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
attached to the wall,
Ah,
which I do have
That's
some pictures of. It was kind of like this. So this is obviously brand
brand new
new,
electrical.
all new electrical, all
Yep.
new electrical in the garage because
Mhm.
the former homeowner thought he was an electrician. So we basically just, as soon as we bought it, we turned that off
Mhm.
and got experts in here to do the power.
Yeah, smart. Wow, you still got the microwave in here?
We got everything in here. Like I kind of want to leave it as is in case someone wanted to use it as
So
a
this is the
studio.
next Airbnb.
Well, I was
It's
thinking
like
dollar signs, right? Like, oh, we can make this into another dwelling unit. But
Yeah.
I can smell it needs
Uh-huh.
a little bit of covering of this stuff.
yeah,
It's good, but it's
It would need, what, 5 to 10 grand into it,
Yeah.
maybe?
at the end of the day, it's still a shit. It's still
Yeah,
basically
still
a
a
shed.
I was never going to be able to rent it out. It wasn't going to make another income stream. I would have been able to build add it to a rental portfolio if I had 2 properties. Buy it for one price, upgrade this, upgrade that. Plan B was leave this alone and still get a good deal.
Somebody will do something to this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'd
of
just
good
make an
stuff.
office if it was me. Yeah, it's not terrible though.
No,
I mean,
it's a cute design.
for a older person or a young family or something.
Like to get 700 square feet and have 2 bedrooms, a full bath, full kitchen, laundry.
Yeah.
That's not stackable. It's
Yeah,
real
actually.
laundry.
So what are we looking at here? A 2-1?
2-1,
Okay.
700 square feet.
Okay. Turn some lights on, maybe.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's for your video enjoyment.
Thank you. You're so good to your wife.
Yeah, so we had we kept the stove and the dishwasher. Otherwise,
This is granite or quartz?
she said quartz.
It's quartz.
Okay. That's pretty.
Yeah, I haven't seen this quartz before.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's nice.
It was leftover from another project.
Perfect.
It's a perfect house to use it.
That's
on.
right.
It's a nice addition here.
I know. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
Not
just
really
great.
just enough space for nothing.
They had a stack, like a big old wooden chest of drawers there, basically. That was kind of garbage. That is
So-
the old chimney.
Oh.
So we can take out the chimney's right in the middle of the house. The wood stove used to be here.
Yeah.
When we bought it, there was no stove, but there was a stove pipe that went right here.
Oh,
So
okay.
we took it out and
Yeah.
not being used.
Seal it
the
off.
furnaces.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just sealed it out. You could take that out and get another 3x3, but it would be incredibly expensive to take that chimney
Yeah, what
out.
else you do? A little space. That
Yeah, like we're not gonna do it. Like Jen's like, we should really get rid of that. Like, what are we? It's gonna cost $5 grand to get it out of here.
And patch the roof. And
Yes.
yeah.
Like we're just leaving it. It looks fine. No one cares.
Someone could put a wood stove in later. I don't know.
So Tyler, will you share with us how did you get into real estate
Good
investing?
question.
Sure. I have always been semi-interested in real estate, and as a side, would be looking at properties, say 10 years ago, just as MLS type properties.
Yeah.
I did not have any idea how to find off-market deals at all. I ended up buying, I think 3 rentals. Yeah, we have 3 rentals off MLS with a broker that we still use, the same broker.
Yeah.
Bought that from 10 years ago. So I got started, and then some things changed at my work, and I got interested in working for myself a little bit more. And well, what do I like? I like real estate. We had just built a house, and my wife designed that house, and so I realized she is good at that. She's good at rehabs. I like the business side, and so we got into home investors.
Nice, okay. How long have you been with Home Investors?
We started in November of 21,
Okay.
so 2.5 years. It, the advertising took a little while to get going, and then we bought our first 2 houses on the same day, February 28th, 2022.
Nice.
So that was a big day. Big day.
A
Both
twofer.
Twofer, 0, and we're both going, geez, really need to get lucky here, and then 2 happened at the same time.
That happens.
That works.
That does
And
happen.
those were both really successful properties for us. And it was the challenge was they were both in Lake County, so an hour plus away.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that's a big territory.
It's a big territory.
Yeah.
Even just managing Flathead and Lake County is a pretty big
Yeah.
territory. So we were introduced to a good realtor down there through realtors here,
Mm-hmm.
and then a construction contractor team that we've used on 4 houses now.
Good. Nice. Networking, I'm hearing, is what
Yes.
a big component of what you
when
do.
I wanted to go to Missoula, the first thing is that I did is I talked to Kalispell and Lake County realtors and said, who should I be talking to in Missoula? And then I got introduced to a really helpful guy who's very investor friendly.
Yeah, cool.
So absolutely networking is like, and even at the investor meeting we had this afternoon, the insurance guy that was there, he introduced me to 5 new contractors.
Nice.
So I've not needed them yet, but there will be a day where my team is busy or they're doing other work or they're done working.
Or you can add some subs too, right, to the existing to help the project go a little bit faster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we got bigger and busier, then we would need more teams than the 2 teams that we have.
I love it.
So,
Awesome. Cool.
I like that.
That's a good story.
yeah.
Yeah.
With that light switch over there.
Right.
So I don't, no one cares that there's 2 now, but now you have one where they're supposed to be.
Sure. Yeah, and so you had a professional electrician come through, all the permits and all that kind of good stuff, and come through.
We found out that this window was the way that the other window was in here was not size of an egress window.
Oh, okay.
So we had to replace this
Yeah.
and put an egress window in there.
Yeah.
That window was not big enough for egress.
Okay.
So to make it a legal
Bedroom?
house, and we want to have all those questions answered when we list the house and not have to deal with replacing a window as
Sure.
part of the close process.
Sure.
That's not what we want to do.
Absolutely. What are you seeing?
Nothing, was it?
Oh,
Not sure why there's a vent up there.
and I know we use a lot of these types of lights too. The newer, they just save space.
It's clean.
It is,
Looks
yeah.
really clean. Is the door there?
They're over here.
Okay.
How can you tell?
You saw.
So you can see
Oh,
the
yeah.
There was a line there. I did not see that.
it. See this, you can feel it. That's why if you go, usually I go to the wall like this, and I'm looking, it looks stupid, but if you actually sit in the wall, you can usually see it. There, it's right here.
So our contractors were in this house for a month, and they did not. What they thought there was something with the venting here. Why that line was there.
It makes sense the door was probably here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, these old vintage houses, somebody's been in here moving stuff around,
Yes.
making it livable.
Well, that makes a lot more sense now because
Yeah.
when that light switch that I talked about at the meeting, that was the light switch that all the wires were exposed when we bought it.
This one up. They did what now?
They had a bookshelf in front of it, so.
Oh, the sellers put a bookshelf in
Yes.
front of it to hide it.
So I wouldn't see
Uh-huh.
that. So I pulled it away because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And
What's behind door number 1?
they had torn that apart because I think he had maybe reconfigured the front of the house.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. Maybe change where the door was.
Yeah, that would probably make sense. Another fun thing I'll point out too later, if you want, you can edit it out or not, but you know why these are labeled this way?
No.
Okay, so for electrical code, a lot of your contractors, electrical wire guys smart, because a lot of guys won't do this. You have 2 wire outlets in here, so there's no ground. The code says you can put a GFCI in like that. Everything after that is protected, not to have a ground. You gotta put these stickers on it.
Okay.
So that comes in, that outlet feeds this one, and that one must feed the other one I saw.
And you're talking about the ground because it has a green light on
Well,
it?
yeah, it has the GFCI on it. That is allowed by code to put in place instead of a grounded outlet. Anything after that that's not grounded, this is acceptable.
Okay.
And some electricians will be, no, we gotta rewire the whole house. No, this is.
As long as you put the
This
sticker.
is good. As long as the
That's
stickers
a smart,
it's
it's a
fine.
good electrician.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the wire. It just doesn't have a ground. Because back when this house was built, they didn't have a ground wire. In fact, if anything, that wire is probably better than some of the junk we get today. What's worth. So, just one of those side note things, I just noticed.
We have got an electrician that we use on every job now. Like it's the same group, and like they're also kind of like, you guys aren't really going to do this. And then after one complete tear down rehab in Betsy Falls house, like when we call them, they go, "Yeah, this is real business now. Like they're actually going to employ us and pay us on time and be good to us."
Makes a big difference, doesn't it?
It makes a big difference.
Yeah, they come
You get return calls.
Yes.
Yeah, it's available by
But
color.
that one has the red or the green dot on it though.
So it doesn't. If you
Doesn't
used a regular tester on it, it wouldn't show ground.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's still legitimate.
I don't-
Because technically, if something grounds out, this will shut off before it.
Yeah.
That's the theory. That's why you're able to do that. Side note.
So I was
good.
Bathroom looks very nice. A little bit of
like when it's
transformation.
done, yeah, like I'm like, the bathroom was
Now
fine
you
the way
guys
it
are
was.
providing a washer and dryer.
Biggest vanity of
They were here.
You guys are providing these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for you. No, it's a nice big bathroom.
It is.
For some of these houses have like the tiniest bathroom. They're like from here on.
The other
It's
house
like,
that we're
basically
looking
you
at,
sit in the toilet.
you would
wash
have
your
to-
hands at the same time.
part of the plan would be to take from the bedrooms and all the bigger bathroom. Like it's just
We got one
It's
we got
that
out in
small,
Boise
right?
that's that way. It's real small. You walk in, you
it's the only bathroom.
turn around.
Yeah, like-
you get out.
And it wasn't quite large enough. It looks like to put a double vanity, but
No.
single vanity it is.
Yeah, it's.
At least it's got some
needs
extra
to be-
counter space
It needs
on
to be 60 inches, 54 or 60.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just 2 bedrooms and yeah.
Cool. All right. Where's bedroom number 2?
So I'll replace 2 windows.
Well, it's got good windows. Got access out back.
Yeah, that's
So
what
your own couple or something.
Do we have a his and hers?
I think this is
No.
No.
This is mechanical. They had a hot water heater here. It was very old and it was very, very tight.
Yeah.
And the electricians were like, "We're not going to let you do that." So,
Where is it at?
Right here.
Oh. Oh, okay.
this is just a couple years, pretty much brand new furnace, just
Yeah.
a couple years old.
Yeah.
That's a brand new water heater.
Yeah.
So they're like we typically would replace water heaters if they're 8 to 10 years old.
We use it every 5.
And then like we have not ever replaced a furnace regardless of age. We
Really?
kind of roll the dice.
We can replace it almost every single
Well-
house first. Every single house is a
No, actually, well, we haven't replaced furnaces, but we replaced, like, some of them just have wall units.
Hmm.
And so put the cute little, like this room would probably have 3. We did that in Sioux Falls, just those wall units keep the whole house warm.
Yeah.
So that we have replaced heating systems, just not furnaces. specifically.
Gotcha.
You're lucky.
Now, I know we talked a little bit about this outside, but this particular house, where did the lead come from for this house?
So the lead came from a mailer. The owner originally called me in September of 22, and I had an appointment. I was supposed to come. Ended up canceling on me. I followed up. They did not call me back. And then, but I kept the leads. I kept the mailers. I did not shut them off. I didn't say close lead. They called me in December of this last year, December 23, and bought the house at the end of December, closed early January. And so
Just took a little while.
it took a little while, and it was really nice that because I remembered and I had all my notes in Edgo, our system,
Salesforce,
our
yeah.
Salesforce system, so that when he called back, I remembered that there was this shed. He had talked extensively about the shed
Okay. That's fine.
and all the different features of the house, and so I remembered the story, and so I kind of had a head start on the lead already. And then I came here and we worked through a deal in a couple of days, and
Yeah.
it worked out really well for them. They ended up leasing it back for me for a month. He thought, well, I just need a week. I'm like, you need a month.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like you can always leave early, and I'll give you your money back. But
Right.
and then we hold back.
Did you do a hold back then?
So we did a hold back, and it worked great for them. They were super happy that they could use that money to get a place in Washington that they wanted to
Oh,
move to.
Good.
So, it worked
So
out
this was a
really well.
home investor's lead.
This was home investors league.
Nice. Called you directly.
Called me directly
Nice.
from my postcards.
Nice. Okay, cool. Nice.
Good, that's good.
Nice. The question I always like to ask too is, how'd you pay for it? People always want to know, how do you pay
Yes.
for your real estate, right? Yeah.
So we use a mix of our own money, and then I have established a really strong relationship with the local bank. And I got really, really good advice at my first home investors conference in December of 21. And they said, go to your local bank, become really good friends with them. If you have a banker you're already using for something else, let them know what you're doing, what you're trying to do. And I have found Glacier Bank here locally as a really, really good partner. I over disclose like every single deal. I tell her what I bought it for when we're done. I give her all my numbers. I gave her the first deal, I gave her the before and after pictures. So like, no, we actually did this. We managed all, we didn't have to have draws. We just had one big draw. And that, like after that, she said, I don't need pictures anymore.
Good.
So
good.
like she keeps track of the math as well, but what we bought it for, what we sell it for, they want to make sure. But they don't question. I just send the contract that I've worked with an attorney and also with my home investor partners. We just have a contract that I write up with the seller, and I send that to her, and I've got money in a week,
Nice.
and I bring my money to the
That's
table, and so it's been a really good relationship.
Awesome.
So you're using a local bank then?
Local
for your-
bank, Glacier Bank,
I
based here.
think in a smaller community, which is what this is, a smaller area, local banks, because we found that as well, local banks are really the hidden secret for funding your real estate investing transactions. We found that. We found it in Indiana too, right? Yeah, local banks.
Yeah.
So
That's what the guy who, I wish I remembered his name because I would love to send him a thank you card for the presentation he gave at that home investors convention. But he said, go to your local bank, don't go to the big US bank in town. Go to your local bank who wants to, and tell them what you're doing, and then you're revitalizing communities, and you're putting families in first-time homes.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple of examples of houses that the first house that one of the houses that we bought on that one day, the people came over and they didn't believe that we were going to rehab it, the neighbors. And then when we were done, like they could not have been more grateful. And I did not ever think about that being a benefit to this, but like it changed that neighborhood because it was the ugliest house in the neighborhood. And there were problems with not so good people showing up there. And we cleaned it up and put a really nice family in there. And it is the nicest house in that neighborhood now.
I love that.
Yeah, it's good community impact.
As you said, that sounds like a very positive impact that you're making out in the area. Is that what resonates most with you as a real estate investor?
That is one of the tertiary benefits, I think. Like I genuinely enjoy the process, the math. I'm the math guy. But I like being able to help people. And every single house, we've done 8 houses in 2 years. Every one of those people have a story. And really, if someone doesn't have a story or an issue that we can help with, oftentimes I just say, like, I don't think we can help you. There's some good realtors you should talk to. Because there's a time to stop the conversation and stop selling and try and help them with their situation, regardless. And so I ultimately, it feels really good to be in here, like knowing what it looked like and seeing the transformation and knowing that we can do that and replicate that, but helping the people and getting that feedback is the most important benefit to me.
You've gotten those phone calls or those letters afterwards from the sellers.
This guy said, because of helping us out of this situation, we're able to get mom to the rest of the family in Washington so she can live out her years near her family.
That's awesome.
Like, we would not have been able to do it without you. Okay, well, I'm going to do it because it's fun and I make a little money doing it, and it's so that is not a benefit that I thought about when we got into this. I was really thinking about how's this going to benefit my family.
Sure.
But the helping the sellers and helping the community, like this is cleaned up house, cleaned up yard.
It's a nice house.
It's a nice little
Well,
house.
the ripple effect, even just with the immediate family, that they felt because of what you took the time to listen to them and help them move on, including that rent back, right?
Yep.
Or the lease back or the hold back. Not only the immediate family, but then you got mom, who also, while the family had the time there with them, mom also had that time with them, right? She wouldn't have had that unless everything aligned correctly and you were able to help them move forward to the next chapter. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah. Now you're actively buying and you're looking for more, so if someone has a house or situation in your area.
Yep.
You're
Western
happy to-
Montana, if you have a house and you're not sure what you want to do with, if you have a situation that's difficult and you need some help through that difficult situation, that is what we do.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have you reach out directly to Tyler.
Yep.
And Tyler, you're the one that actually goes out and meets with the people, right? Meets with the
Yes.
seller.
I was in this living room for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah,
It was much more cluttered than it is right now. But I sat in this living room and the seller liked to walk and pace around outside, so we did that some too. And you have to meet people where they're at, and that's what I found. And I think I've had some really good experiences in houses I bought and not bought,
Sure.
and I've left on being friends with those people, which I think is important.
Well, at the end of the day, it's about listening to what's really going on. It's not about the house, it's about the situation and
That's
what's
exactly
going on. And if the market is not the best option for them, then it is selling your house off market. Is that the best option for them? And every story is different, and that's okay. And that's one of the fun things that I appreciate about what we do as well, is that we really do take the time to listen to the sellers. I know Paul and I was just out in Spokane over the weekend. And talking with the seller directly, we just asked him point blank, because he was in the middle of a rehab. He was rehabbing the house, and it was his parents' house originally, but I'm looking around going, I'm sensing there's something you don't really, I was sensing you didn't really want to sell the house. And so we just asked him, I said, what ideally do you want to see happen with you in the house? And ideally he wanted to stay there. He just needed to refi out of a couple things. So really, it's not us buying the house. You need some mortgage connections. Well, we have a few. Are you already down that path? Is that going to introduce you to? I can't promise anything, but I'll at least introduce you and see if that helps. And
These are people I work with. Like that's what I tell people. I work with these bankers. I work with these realtors. I trust them. Or I wouldn't give you their names.
Yeah. That's the best path for them. We've got all this network and resources behind us, just really listening to what they need.
It isn't chasing a lead, chasing a guy who really should rehab it himself or retail sell it. Like, I can't do that in good faith.
Right, yeah. So what's the best thing for the seller?
Yes.
And that's what we
I
try.
feel really good about it after
Yeah.
that. We don't buy every house.
We do not.
We buy 1 in 8 houses. We don't buy every house. We help like those other 7 people. I hope I add some value.
Yeah.
That's,
I think you were saying this earlier too. It's a great point. When, it's a small community. When you go to the grocery store, you don't want to go running around the corner because you don't want to see someone because of the conversation you had. You want to be able to have a real conversation in the grocery aisle and feel good about it.
I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
My family's been, I was a physician in town here, very, very well respected guy, and like that's a big deal.
You grew up with that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important. Integrity.
It's very important. Like I don't want to,
I love it. So if you have a house that you feel like might not be right for the market, you just want to have that conversation. Tyler here is local.
Yep.
What area is Kalispell, Whitefish, Missoula?
So up from the Canadian border down through Hamilton and Stevensville, that's our home market.
Okay.
So,
All the way over to the Idaho
border, and then to the Rocky Mountains right there. So
That's
the
a
Continental
good
Divide,
territory.
the
Yeah,
Continental
that's
Divide,
right.
basically.
Yeah, so feel free. It's a very easy, open conversation. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, that's okay too. And then you're also looking to grow the market. Is that right?
Yes.
You're looking for more home
Yes,
master
a lot more.
franchisees
Yeah,
in the
there's
territory.
definitely opportunities to strategically partner with other people like myself and grow the market. I definitely think that's.
So for those YouTube warriors out there, if you're in this area and you're looking to get into real estate investing, feel free to reach out and we'll make sure we connect you with the right people to have that conversation because it is a business.
Okay.
You need to go down that path to understand and gain more information around this and what we do and how we do it. And there's a whole process behind that. So smash the bell.
Ding the bell. Okay.
That's right. And with that, we'll see you back out in the field. We got Paul on the camera right now.
Switch.
All right, you two warriors.
Oh, geez.
See you back out in the field.
See ya.